Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight's subject matter is something that a lot of people, when I start talking about it, they want to get out the subject. Because a lot of folks come to me all the time with an enthusiasm. You know, I want to start my business. I want to do this, man. I'm tired of working. I want to, these, a couple things I had across my mind, what I want to do. And I always, if you know me, when people talk to me, I let people talk.
Right.
I let you say what you got to say.
Let you get it out.
Let you get it out. And then I process, then I respond. And one of the first things I always tell people, man, you got to be willing to sacrifice and give up some stuff. And far too often, I think people are so fixated on the glitz and glamour of the thought they have on their own business or doing certain things. And they don't think about what they got to give up or the difficulty that may be associated with working for yourself. And tonight's show, we're talking about really what do you need to be able to sacrifice to start your business. Again, what you need to be able to sacrifice to start your business. Because, I'm going to be honest with you, if you don't have these kind of thoughts and plans up front that are very uncomfortable, this really what separates your dream from what's going to get executed. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really have this stuff in place, you think about the painful, uncomfortable stuff that you possibly have to go through, you really want to make certain things happen. So again, tonight we're talking about what do I have to sacrifice to start my business. Entrepreneurship isn't just about what you gain. It's really about what you're willing to give up. You know what I'm saying?
Think about that word sacrifice when they think about starting a business. A lot of times that word is at the bottom of the pile when it comes to business ownership.
Well, in a microwave society and in a world of social media, what's always put in folks' faces is the glitz and glamour.
Right, the fans, the cars, the house, the clothes.
What I show you is what it is, right? So if it's real or not real, fake or borrowed or whatever, people don't know. And at the end of the day, people don't want to necessarily believe it is fake because it's just a feeling.
Right.
That it might be real or whatever people get stuck on. So that's why I want to have that conversation. Really, what do you need to be able to sacrifice to start your business? Because a lot of times people really don't think about it. When we start talking about pros and cons, people just want to hear pros.
And you've been over this a lot of times on your show about when you start your business, how much you sacrifice and what you sacrifice. You probably go through it. I'm not going to say it. You probably talk, but you have talked about this, and it's a real thing. It's like those bits and pieces that we don't think about with starting business. It just don't come about until it's too late.
It should still be sacrificed.
That's right.
Just with that. But I think it's a much needed conversation, man. So I'm super excited about talking to you guys tonight. Before we get started, I want to say again, I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. On the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel, we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. We're streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel, where we got over 94,000 subscribers. We got over 1,500 videos and an active grant playlist with over 150 different grant opportunities for you guys to take advantage of. With that said, real quick, we just released earlier today, so I'm a little tardy for the party. The October 2025 Small Business Grant. We got 22 different grant opportunities for you guys to take advantage of. Again, so go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, and check out the October 2025 Small Business Grant video. Before we start, I'm going to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother? Another great Thursday.
Hey.
It was actually nice outside today.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes,
it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, didn't rain. I could go for that.
Yeah, nice fall day. Also, what's up to Motor Produce Sleep 316. What's up, Rick?
What's going on, Rick? Is it fall?
Shit, I don't know, Lab. It's October.
It's fall.
October, fall.
I guess so.
I barely got the days of the week now.
I guess October can be fall. I'm gonna go with you. Okay, yeah, nice fall day.
Okay, so hey, work with me, not against me. I don't know, Lab.
So I'm gonna throw this out there. This how old we are. The 75th anniversary of Charlie Brown today.
Damn. Wrong.
Charlie Brown turned 75 today.
Yeah, happy birthday, Charlie Brown.
And y'all know y'all all watch Charlie Brown.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Nah, you funny. big shout out to everybody with Misfits Radio, Misfits Radio, and Misfits TV. We had the day party, our first annual day party this past Saturday. Gonna get applause, man.
I'm gonna let you let you finish.
At Bob's Big Room Studio Kitchen, man. It was cool, man. It was cool. And I want to say, I'm glad to see everybody because we don't always get a chance to see each other as a group. Well, hardly ever, really. And even see all the people that came out. So appreciate everyone that came out to the day party this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We had a blast, man. So I was in a good time with it.
Real Metal Podcast. You know you watch Charlie Brown. I don't know why people be flexing like they ain't watch. Like they ain't dun.
Hey, Chris still look at that shit. Chris still watch.
No, they watch Charlie Brown.
Shit, and if you don't watch Charlie Brown, let your woman get on your nerves. What she sounds just like it is.
Hey, they said on Charlie Brown, we're going to go past this, but they said on Charlie Brown, when I was listening to the thing today, they said the reason why the adults was like that because they was insignificant to the children.
Yeah. All the time.
All the time. Anyway.
But yeah, big shout out to everybody. I also want to give a thanks to Go-Go Party Bus. They had their annual tailgate at the Falcons.
They did.
And everybody, I forgot Lambs on the ones and twos, man. So I want to thank Farrah Calloway and guys. You get a chance, man. Look up Go-Go Party Bus. It's let's see, tour bus company, but it's just they provide party bus. But if you Google Go-Go Party Bus, you should be able to get information, man.
Right.
We had an awesome time.
Food out the wazoo, drinks out the wazoo,
music
out. Hey, let me tell you something. When you throw a party and you say come, we got free. All you gotta do is bring a chair. We got food and drinks. You don't run out of food and drinks, and that's what they didn't do.
Yeah.
They were sending plates home. They were begging people to take food home because they had so much food. It was a great time. We had a great time. That was my first tailgate.
Hey, really? It sure was. My brother didn't know you had to play music on commercial break.
I did. I was like, huh? But I learned.
Hey, Lamb, I know you wasn't in the military, true soldier. That's no overcome. But man, that was cool and everything. So, awesome weekend this past weekend, man. But what we at right now, I thought about this a lot in regards to tonight's subject matter. What are you willing to sacrifice to start your business? Because far too often, a lot of times, people don't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think about what they had to sacrifice. I remember, man, when I first, 02, 03, when we first were looking at the tag bid, and me and my ex-wife, really we were just young, really having the money. So we're looking at, before I go any further, guys, you got a question or comments, feel free to put them in the chat. But also you can call in 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. But what I'm about to say was that, we were young and we needed the money. We just started the business up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was we started having some success.
Mm-hmm.
Young kids was out there doing it. And we got to a point where I know, like with my ex-wife, she would work it, but she was just doing it so we can make more money.
Right.
I got, excited about having my own business and doing this, that, and that.
Mm-hmm.
And once she it wasn't fun with her, we went moonlight, because, the years go by, you progressing in your career. We really wasn't hurting financially with our jobs.
Right.
But I was like making that money with a tax business. And it started being a kind of conflict with our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I started liking that money more in that relationship.
Oh, Lord.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And you're not realizing at 28, 29, or at 30, I'm just thinking about those times, the impact.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started looking at, hey, man, I was actually, growing a business, doing that stuff. And it was putting some issues in my family.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just, I look back at it. That's what I was doing there. I didn't really have a lot of OGs. That's why I love this show, because I can give true experiences.
Right.
Because people can say certain things, but it sounds good theoretically. But in practice, we talk about a lot of that in grad school. Theory is one thing.
Right.
But practice is a whole nother.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We went through the same thing.
So when you start sitting there looking at those things happen, it was it was really rough
Mm-hmm.
by stuff I call. But I seen the business growing, and it made me feel good about having my own business, growing it. But I started looking at, hey, less time at home,
Mm-hmm.
less time taking my girl out,
Mm-hmm.
less time, this, that. I didn't know. I just forgot about my family. I forgot about, my wife or anything like that. But I did pull back to make certain things happen.
Right.
That makes
Your
sense.
focus was a little bit skewed.
There you go. There you go. And before you know it, man, years of sacrifice, doing this, that, and that, shit, we were booming.
Mm-hmm.
We were booming, man. And then I started getting an itch, want to get into the commercial cleaning company.
Mm-hmm.
Got into commercial landscaping business.
Mm-hmm.
Got the damn salon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over there. Hey, start smoking cigars.
Drinking cognac.
Yeah. Not no cognac. Scotch.
Oh, Scotch.
Hey, Scotch.
My bad. I ain't want to disrespect you. Scotch.
I think I'm a damn boss.
Right.
Oh, that was quick. Let's call the dollar hour. What's going on?
Hey, listen, this is Kim from the Real Atlanta Podcast. What's going on?
What's up, Kim? How you doing?
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
So listen, my thing is, I know, like, you do have to sacrifice some stuff. So I look at maybe like my late 20s or my 30s. I had to sacrifice, like, not spending so much time with the kids and stuff like that, and rely on my husband to be there to say, hey, and we agreed upon it, to say, hey, I was still working a full-time job, but I was still going to school at night. So you take care of the kids once you get off, blah, blah, blah. So we had this agreement. So once we got in, I actually got maybe like a couple of months into it, it changed. They gave him more freedom. It was like he left the responsibility on one of the older kids, and it left it to where he had room to go out and do other things. So when you got to make sure that when you have somebody that you truly trust to have that with, that they understand the assignment, because some people may take that for granted, but you are doing it for the betterment. You're doing it for us. So just make sure that you're doing it for the right people and the right things and stuff like that, because if you truly say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you guys agree upon that, that's not for you to go out and do X, Y, Z because I am not there. I'm absent because this is for the betterment of the family. So let's just make sure that that's understood too. Make sure you got the right person and y'all on the same page, like for real. That goes a long way.
But you know the point. I appreciate that, Kim. But you know what? You know the funky part about that. You won't know till you go through it. Like everybody,
I know it.
Yeah, cause everybody gonna be on deck. Black family or just couple moves.
Generational wealth.
Yeah, generational wealth. We're gonna do this. We're gonna raise our kids. But when you start, you're not. That's what we're just talking about. This whole sacrifice thing. You don't know, because now you got late nights. I'm missing parties. I'm missing games. I'm doing this, that, and that. Like I said,
and that's what I was missing.
And you don't know. They'll say yes, yes, yes. But then they're like, man, there's a lot of shit I'm doing. I mean, all this stuff on me, all this, that. And you really don't know how somebody's built until then. And it's just like with a relationship. Right. Until you lose your job, till they get sick, somebody got to move in or whatever. You really don't know who you got until you go through some shit with them. And
that's my whole point. And that's the thing too. Like, you really don't know, so you really can't say. And that's good you brought that up. You really can't say who you have until you get to that point. So I thought that it was agreed upon, but stuff shifted and changed. You know what I'm saying? Once I wasn't there for certain stuff, but I'm sacrificing this on the other end. Like, I'm missing sleep. I'm not seeing the kids. I'm not seeing you that much. But it's only this temporary thing, because this is what we're doing for the family. This is longevity. This is not for you to go out and start doing X, Y, Z. So you're right. You don't know that until it's at that point.
Yeah.
And that's some sacrificial stuff. So just wanted to bring that up for sure. I don't know.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
Yeah, so hope you find that right one that sticks with you, no matter your dreams and stuff. And hopefully that you find somebody that shares that same vision, that sticks with that vision with you from beginning to end, because that means the most, from the dirty, grimy stuff up until, because everybody can celebrate the highs of the highs. Like, oh, we celebrate, we up, we just and the other. But the lows of the lows, like, where you at? So definitely, I appreciate you, though. I just want to just put that little 2 cents in.
I
I
appreciate
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you, but I will tell you this. It's called a dog. Dog ain't gonna let you down. That's about it. I don't know about your man or your woman, but that puppy gonna be there.
And on that, I am signing off.
All right, y'all. Appreciate you.
Bye.
But you know what? She right, because I me and my ex-wife, we started a few businesses, but I was getting into that flipping house and stuff early in the game. We talking about early, right before this even on TV, and the guy I was doing it with, we worked a lot of weekends.
Yeah.
And it got to a point to where I was never home on the weekends. Now, Mother's Day, we always took off. But other than that, I was never home. I worked during the week, went to school, and I worked on the weekends. And it got to a point to where it was like, she's like, you ain't never here. I wanted, there was a wedding she wanted to go to, and I was like, I'm not going to the wedding. I'm going here. For one, she's paying me. For two, I'm learning so much stuff. And she like, nah, you always over there with him. You always doing this. But when we first started, it was all good.
Yeah, but you don't know how difficult, time-consuming, or stressful things are until you get into it.
Right.
That's what the business. Yeah.
Right.
That's what a relationship.
Right.
New job. You just don't know. What's up, Harvey? My dog Harvey Marvel, one of my army buddy, one of my army brothers.
Okay.
Appreciate you tuning in, Harvey, man. Good to see you, brother. You don't know.
Yeah.
And so we talking about tonight, what are you willing to sacrifice for your business? What I want to do is give you guys a couple things to consider, to think about. Like I said, just chew on it. It may be different things, the impact that it may have on you, but these are just things to consider, things to think about when you get in that business prior to, and the impact that it may have on you. Because again, give me a good point. Like you can talk, and everybody like, all right, cool, bet. Had this great vision, but you really don't damn know.
Right.
And that's anything, man. Well, like I said, your team, you can be able to be on a team, family, relationship, business partners. You don't know until you go through stuff.
Right.
But these are the things you want to be trying to consider prior to just, okay, do I even want to get in this endeavor? And if you look at it, and after you do the consideration of things we talked about, say, look, I got it covered, I feel comfortable, cool. But if you haven't thought about it, like, okay, cool, that's something I might want to just
think about.
Yeah, think about it, okay? And the first one, guys, is time. Long hours, late nights, early mornings, less time for leisure, hobbies, even family. The short term, weekends may shift from relaxation to strategy sessions. If you're not willing to sacrifice time, your business will never leave the idea stage. And I think folks get it twisted. I get calls all the time. Hey, boy, I need to be like you, smoking a cigar, doing this, that, and that.
Right.
Shit, I'm taking me a damn good minute or two, have a couple shots, shots of scotch and a stick to bring me down, man.
I just went to bed at 4 o'clock this morning.
Shit, for real.
Right.
For real. I have not went to bed before 2 o'clock any day this week. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk, man. And, again, that ain't no flex move, but that's just really because luckily I had work to do.
Right.
I'm sitting there and ain't had no work to do and stress the hell out.
So it's damn if you do it, damn if you don't, right?
But you got to be thinking about just the time you have, because far too often, when we talked, I think on the show last week, a lot of times people want to be in certain places and want to do certain things. I gave the example of the cat with the food truck. You at this place every, you go this week and everybody going crazy, but then you got some shit to do the next weekend.
Right.
Another cat pull up. So then you want to come back. Everybody ain't running your truck.
Right.
Like the last time, because now they got options. People do a lot of stuff that may be inconvenient if they loyal to you. You done built that to them, right? But shit, everybody chicken good. We got options. You might be a little better, but you cool. And little differences can make somebody run away. But if you down grinding, gotta catch this, gotta be here, gotta be there. That stuff, it pays off, but it's not an immediate payoff, right?
Right.
So But and I really don't think people look at, hey, I got this job. I'm at work all day. Man, I ain't got time to go out there and sell them cakes and do the podcast. I'm tired from work.
Right.
But if you're here and you want to be there, you gotta sleep another time. You gotta burn that midnight oil.
That's true.
Right? And you have to accept that. It's less painful and less stressful if you accept I gotta make a sacrificial commitment. When we do this year, I've had couple galas, class reunion, different things going on. I go into at a certain period. All right, boy. Shit's gonna get rocking.
Right.
Yeah, in between your business, the YouTube channels and stuff like that. And now, look, you're finna be funky for about a month. My mind
gotta wrap around.
Yeah, exactly. But if you don't sit there and embrace and just admit, understand that, hey, she's finna be a little funky for a minute, it's gonna be very difficult. It's gonna be very difficult, and you're gonna quit a whole lot sooner than you should, because in your mind, if you ever think something's gonna be convenient, it's not gonna happen. And that's just something. That first piece, that time piece, I really want people to understand, that part. Somebody ever comment?
Real Loud Podcast says, how do you balance family and that business so neither one suffers? I will give my honest opinion. I think one of them gonna suffer.
Well,
I just don't believe you can balance both. I don't believe it's an even balance, because even though you may think you have it balanced, some at the business may go wrong. When you got to be at the business for 4-5 weeks in a row, you ain't never at home. Then then something might go wrong at home where you ain't at the business a lot because you take care of your child or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think balance can ever happen. I just think if you just look at, okay, these are how things are. So here's this why I look at it, just from a realistic standpoint. It's no different when you going to work every day and you got your family. Right. If you're working a certain shift, your availability is when you're not at work, right? If you working just say 9 to 5, you take kids to practice or whatever this, that, afterwards, that's just your availability, right? You can't do that during the day. One of the parents might got to go to school, do this, that, and that, or however you do with significant other. You turn around and add a business in addition to whatever you got going to the job or whatever, or replaces it. It's just how you gonna mix it, and you got to be realistic. If this gonna be something that requires 8 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours a day to get going, you got to be honest about that. But the family just fall in place where that goes. So when we start talking about having balance, it's not gonna happen. I've shared that story before, like when my son Christopher had struggled. Chris, shout out to Chris. He's doing well, junior in college. He had an issue speaking. Right. And I mean, when I said tearing the club up every day in elementary, and I had wrapped my damn mind around, I might have to take care of this MF for the rest of his life. Like I had, because I'm going up there every other day. Right. And I'm putting it on my ex-wife, like, hey, you need to go up there, because I got this to do, I got that to do. Right. And one day she just snapped, like, I can't do it. Right. So now I had to put my blinders on. Hey, look, let me get rid of some of these contracts. Let me step away from a little of this money, because I got to get my son together. Right. That was on me, because I'm out here on this damn Mr. Mogul shit, trying to make all this money. You got to sit there and say, well, look, Pooch, how much money do you want? Right. You know what I'm saying? You straight. Right. And I had to cut back on a lot of things because I had to get on top of stuff with my son. So to answer the question about balance, I don't know if balance is possible. It's just the way things are. If you can't have multi-million-dollar aspirations if you only have limited availability. You dig what I'm saying? Right. But if you sit there and say to yourself that, look, I'm cool with, I got my job, this is a little side thing, make a little money, we're doing that, cool. Right. You know, but if you sit there, I want to have these particular things, gotta be, hey, y'all, this is what I'm trying to do. And that's just it. There is no balance. It's just what it is. Right. That's my point. Right. I don't even want to say things going to suffer. It's just at the end of the day, if you want things to happen, that's just how it is. Because it's no different to me with your job or career. Right? If you sitting there saying, okay, I want to just do the regular shift, cool. When we start going supervisor, management, executive, and stuff like that, you putting in time, right? And it's just how that's going to go. So whatever time you have available outside of that, that's it. So if the job plus the business is there, that's the time to commit to it. If you can't deal with it, nothing wrong with it, but you just gotta be realistic about what's there. It ain't really no way around that,
Right?
You know, so they just that's my point of view with it. Again, guys, tonight we're talking about what do you need to be able to sacrifice to start your business. Stream live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Mr. Short on the YouTube channel. Guys, feel free to leave comments in the chat. Also, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. The second thing you have to be willing to sacrifice is comfort. Giving up the stability of a paycheck. Trading certainty for risk. That, every paid every 2 weeks to shit. Get paid whenever they pay that invoice.
Right.
Just keep that in mind. Sacrificing comfort zones, doing things you've never done. Sales calls, pitching, marketing. In your mind, you might call the shit big. I'm just saying, that's just how that is.
Right.
I have conversations with people all the time. I ain't really no people person. I don't want to get out there and talk for folks. But shit, you ain't got no problem counting no money. I'm just saying.
Right.
You just can't think that people finna just come to you and spend their bread. They'll have some kind of level of comfort or some kind of reason why they'll come.
Right.
So it's not uncommon to be, if you're not a talker, if you're not a salesman, I get it. You're not comfortable doing it. Practice. Practice. That's all you got to do. That don't mean you're going to be the smoothest talker or whatever in the world. Not get nervous when you get in front of it. Doesn't mean that. But you will be better than what you started at if you keep on doing it. And you you will be growing your business in the process. But if you get so hung up and stuck on, I don't do this, I ain't got time for that, nothing gonna change, right? But you have to be, like I said, that comfort. Just dealing with stress and doing this kind of stuff, robbing people to pay Paul, trying to do these certain things and mixing this shit up and everything. That's just how that is.
Right.
I say this all the time. As an entrepreneur, I value my freedom more than security. I want, entrepreneur work for freedom. When I say work for money.
Okay.
Like, so, if I want to sit here and work all day and do these kind of things so I ain't got to do shit.
Tomorrow.
Whatever.
Right.
I do that.
Right.
I mean, I know I can spread this out. Let me go and knock this out so I can do that, right? Let me go and kill it for about 3 or 4 days so I can just chill for like 4 days.
Right.
However that's going, because I can just spread it out where it's even out, but I got that freedom to do it. You can pay stuff, set stuff, remove stuff. Those are the kind of things where, as far as an entrepreneur, you have that freedom to do it. But security, nah.
Not possible.
No.
Okay.
No. It's not that. So you have to be okay with that. That's one of the biggest things I think a lot of people don't think about. Again, we talk about the things you got to be able to sacrifice security. Don't get a moment in time confused with how things will be consistently.
Right.
Because you went to the event and sold a lot of T-shirts or y'all sold a lot of plates and whatever, so that's great. That's success. But is that going to be the normal thing?
Right.
Because that just might have been a season. That might have just been that event. That might have been that particular crowd.
Right.
You have to sit there and say to yourself, like, can I sustain this stuff? And a lot of times, sustainability comes with discipline. Because, if it's going like peaks and valleys with business and stuff coming in, you got to have some straight way that you live in. So if you're getting high, it's high. When you're getting low, it's low. But you still even kill because your system in place. So confidence is huge, right? Another one, guys, when we start talking about things you need to be able to sacrifice to start your business is money. Using savings, credit, or reinvesting profits instead of splurging. Just like, hey, that money come in, shit, we gotta pay for some ads.
Right.
Hey, man, we gotta get, do some stuff on Google, do some stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. We gotta sit here and sponsor these folks' event, because if we can get in front of these set of eyes saying we're a sponsor, then they can say, okay, cool, and that may open up the doors.
Right. You
got to sit here and do that. Money you got to be able to come out of it. Saying no to vacations, luxury purchases, and even extras while you build. Can you do that?
Right.
Can you do that? Because in your mind, you may say, well, look, man, I'm working. I got to treat myself and all that other kind of stuff. Shit, treat. Treat. That's candy.
Are you eating?
Yeah, treat is candy.
Right.
You fell? It's some What's fair? The shit with the damn Ferris wheel
Right.
and the cotton candy.
Right.
It ain't that sweet, no damn, rise over here.
Right.
So you have to say, I'm putting this money out, fund the business before rewarding yourself. That's the kind of thing, man. Just keeping this stuff going, if you guys have, you can go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, and I made a video on how to calculate how to pay yourself with your business. And I always say the minimum, just your life expenses. You might have had a job that paid you. I see my mom and my sister coming on the Instagram, so they probably the Facebook page. One of them.
One of them is down, but the other one seem to be okay.
Okay, cool. We ain't gonna major in the minor,
Yeah,
but
the main one is, and the other two you got seem to be okay.
Okay, we ain't gonna major in the
Okay.
minor. Mama said, "Hey, what's up, Mama?" Mama said, "Hey, Pooch, Lab, Slick.
Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama.
Glad y'all came.
Slick say, hey, Mama.
But those kind of things, putting that money in, because, and like I said, when I say when you pay yourself with a business, thought process, your life. And when I say your life is your mortgage, car note, insurance, stuff you got to pay. That's your salary,
right?
With your business, like that's it. All the other shit you build up, then you can cover that. Those kind of things. You go to the YouTube channel. I got in-depth videos and explaining how to do that. But guys, money got to be on the back burner.
Right.
Just you use money to cover costs, and as you grow,
Mm-hmm.
then we start the tripping, and the vacation, and the shopping, and the splurging. What do I say?
Slick say some people think it's cool to pay themselves before bills. She said y'all own lives, not short dollar.
Well,
So she said we own everything but short dollar.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not on Mr. Short Dollar on
Facebook.
On Facebook, it's all G. We'll fix that. But those, when you sit there and don't pay yourself. The issue gonna come up with that is, paying yourself for everything. You ain't gonna stay bidding too long. You ain't gonna stay in bidding too long. That's just the reality of everything. Everybody wanna feel successful and do this kind of stuff.
Right.
And treat yourself. I work. I'm on that puff daddy. Work hard, play hard.
Right.
Hey, that's P. Diddy, ain't it?
Right.
But you gotta sit there and say to yourself, I gotta take care of business first.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, you want to party where you sitting there like, okay, we're gonna do this trip, we're gonna do this, but when we get home, hope the lights still on. I know a lot of folks gamble like that.
Right.
I'm not the one.
Okay.
Right. And at the end of the day, when you have your business, you gotta make sure that's going. Just like your car or with your health. If you ain't got that stuff together, all kind of stuff, bad, crazy stuff can happen. So you gotta make sure you're on top of that. But that money, you gotta make sure you take care of business first. Again, we're talking about things you gotta sacrifice. You really got to be willing to sacrifice to start your business. Again, guys, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. If you haven't noticed, I got the new Mr. Short Dollar gift. I got different ones and stuff like that. Make sure you get a chance. You can go to the store. The link to the store is in the description section of the YouTube video. You'll see that the links for the shorts. We got all the new Mr. Short Dollar gear there. The book, Short Dollars and Cents, if you guys haven't purchased it, is that on Amazon. I will be making a couple more videos I know it's not set on the regular load, but that'll be fixed out to tomorrow. I'm just thinking off the top of my head in regards to being able to go to Amazon and purchase the book and everything. So super excited. The book's out there. We'd have made a few sales. More than for me not to be putting anything behind it.
Okay.
That's going to stop all this week. We're doing it, but that's for me just running my mouth. I felt pretty good. About that. But yeah, just definitely go by the store and also check out the book and everything. But we're gonna do a lot more promos in regards to everything. Back to what we're talking about again tonight. The things you need to be willing to sacrifice to start your business. The next one is ego, and that's the thing about it, guys. Like I said, I know everybody different, and I never tell. I know everybody can't handle seeing other people happy. So I never was the type of person, people say, man, that joker flexing, they just talk too much. They always showing this, showing that. Shit, that ain't none of my business. You work hard, how you spend your money on you, that's you. That's you. Ain't never, that's never been a problem of mine. Everybody don't think like me, but I've always like, hey man, they work, they want, they got their money, they want to do something, let them do it. That's their business, right? But when you doing these kind of things, we're just being, we all talking as family. you got to ask yourself, if me showing or me trying to keep up a certain persona, is that digging me further and further in the hole?
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be honest with yourself on that. That's what you call, right? I get it. Like, okay, if I do this, I want to feel good about myself. Is that feeling of good worth you putting yourself in a position where you're harming yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Willingness to start small, guys. You got to be able to start small. We start talking about ego, side hustles, working from home, doing kind of stuff like, hey, dragging certain things around, not necessarily going shopping when you want to, doing, that's things you got to put to the side, right? Admitting what you don't know, admitting what you don't damn know. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
I have saved myself so much time, heartache, money, and grief because I've never had a problem saying, man, I don't know. Let me find out.
Right.
But that probably be being an accountant.
Do you think most people won't do it because they feel like if they're in this business, they should know everything about this business? They have that,
That's probably part of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes people just, I just think is not everybody, but a lot of people just don't ask you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to sit and ask for directions. They don't want to talk to people. They don't want to, because because they don't like people. They don't want to sound dumb.
Mm-hmm.
They just be, kind of just whatever the reason.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think a lot of time people ask anyway.
Yeah.
And that started from damn school, right? So I just think most folks just don't do that.
I thought it was more of a complex of, I'm doing this business. I should know what I'm doing about this business. I shouldn't have to ask anybody. But I'm gonna tell you, we've been doing this podcast thing for 9 years, and I research stuff every day because I just don't know a lot of things. I want to know how the sound's supposed to be, or this supposed to be, or how that person get that to look like that, or how that person get that to do that. So I'm always looking up stuff and trying to figure it out. So I think that when you're in business, this is my own opinion now, Butch. I think that when you're in business, it's a constant learning thing. It's a constant learning curve. Things like you said a few shows back, tax stuff updates. So you know what I'm saying?
Lifelong learning with
right.
It. But I will say that just from that perspective, Lab, I think that people they're a little bit more receptive to listen to people they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just saying, we talked before.
Mm-hmm.
I done put 3 boys in college.
Right.
Shit, I could probably count on a hand how many people done came to me. Hey man, how you do that? How you do that?
Right.
And 2 done graduate.
Uh-huh.
I'm a black. I don't be sitting there like I'm just an oracle of information.
Right.
But ain't nobody had me hardly ever.
Mm-hmm.
One I had a football scholarship. One I had a military scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
One I got in some programs got. So that's 3 damn kids.
Right.
I ain't paid no damn tuition.
Right.
I did it 1.5 years with Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 3rd one.
Right.
Much I ain't paid 1 damn penny. And I don't intention to do it for the 4th one either. But with that said, nobody asked me questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I do believe a stranger will probably say something, and so I think people are more reluctant to get information from people they know.
Mm-hmm.
And why that is, I don't know. And it's probably going to the next point I'm about to say. Everybody don't want to accept criticism and feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Because once I've said, hey, lad, look, man, you got to do this and you got to do that, now that personal accountability comes in.
Right.
And you got to see him look at the man in the mirror. I got it. I don't want to do this because it's easy for me to say, well, my job, my kid, my spouse, my health, my da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's your ass.
Right.
But those kind of things when you say, you can handle that from a stranger that doesn't know you. Hit a little different when somebody says that. But that criticism and doing stuff, people had to put that stuff to the side. Mm-hmm. I've always been the type of person to ask folks stuff because my tight ass I don't like spending no money. I damn sure don't like losing no money.
Yeah, right.
And I damn sure don't like losing my time either. So if I can ask Lab something, and a lot of times what happens when we do ask people, you find out quick shit. I know no more than me.
Right.
But you got past that. And it's just the same thing I keep saying, guys. It may be uncomfortable to do things like that, ask folks questions, and do stuff like that. But the more and more you do it, the more and more comfortable you get with doing it. Mm-hmm. I don't give a damn about that. I ain't worried about nobody looking at me funny or who you think that is. I'm trying to get this money.
Right.
I'm trying to be successful.
Right.
I don't give a shit about, man, you ain't. And why would I be concerned of somebody that they're thinking or whatever doesn't make any kind of impact on my life?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think too many people worried about that. Like, okay, dang, these folks looking at our car, man, these folks looking at our clothes, they looking at our shoes. We ain't got so much stuff going on. man, I ain't worried about that. I know where I am. I know where I want to be.
Right.
That's on shit I'm focused on.
Right.
All the other stuff. Now, if you can help me do something good, but all the other stuff, you like, hey man, you got. I heard all the time your little channel, your little business, your little tag business, and all that kind. I heard that stuff.
Right.
Why am I gonna get offended and worry about these folks, and they gonna have no impact on me being successful? And they can care less. They can care less whatsoever what I do. They don't. They can do all the hating and shit they want. They're not gonna help me grow. So the time I spend arguing and shit with them and feel like I gotta respond to make a point, that's taken away from the time I need to be building my stuff. And I think if a lot more people look at it from that vantage point, you'll save yourself a lot of stress. Slick ass comments, folks saying this thing. Man, I ain't got time for that. I gotta focus on my money.
Right, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Slick says ego, pride, and lies. People trying to keep up with the Joneses and try to look successful, and you going broke.
Do it all the time.
Yeah.
Do it all the time. And it's easy to fall in that rat trap. It's easy to fall in that rat trap. We all human, right? So,
right.
It can happen real easy. Just trying to do certain things or whatever, especially depending on how your business took off. If your business took off because you got in certain circles and doing that kind of stuff, you figure easy, like, man, I can't keep up with this shit y'all doing.
Right.
It's cool. Y'all nice, but people a lot of times will say, well, I got to keep up with this. No, that's what they do.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They cool.
Right.
They've helped me. But I can't go out there and splurge and do that kind of stuff. And it can happen very fast.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Hey guys, night show. We're talking about what do you need to be able to sacrifice to start your business? What do you need to be able to sacrifice to start your business? I'm going through all of them. We're right now at number 5, but I will go back over the whole list once I get through it in full entirety. Okay, feel free to call in 678-740-9894. Again, the call in number is 678-740-9894, or feel free to leave a comment in the chat. The next one, guys, and this is kind of like what Ken was talking about earlier, which called in relationship. Some friendships fade when you don't hang out like you did before. Like, hey man, you all worry about that business, y'all doing this, you don't come holler at us.
Real funny.
Yeah, acting
you make a little money. You acting real funny now.
Hey, family man, I understand your vision right away.
Right.
And you know what? Going back when I said stuff with my ex-wife, my maturity level as a young man and a businessman wasn't at the point where I could understand my vision and my desire was just that. Now again, do I need to suppress that because of me? I got a wife and all that kind of stuff like that. That's a you call. I like growing a business. I feel good about it and stuff like that. Her interest in that, they have to be there.
Right.
So people say, well, man, you my wife, you my girl, you my husband, well, you supposed to support me. You can't make interest in people.
Right.
A person can love you, care about you, and they really want you to be successful. But you can't get upset when they don't want to sacrifice to make your dream come true.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
Because, it's like when you raise your kids, you got this whole vision of what you want them to do. And then you done did this and did that, and they get up there like, Dad, I don't want to go to school.
I don't want to do that.
Dad, I don't want to play basketball. Dad, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go to college. I don't want to do that business and stuff like that. I know you've been training me since high school. Look, I don't want to take over the business. And you done made all these sacrifices, and you're like, damn, this was for you. They were my dream.
Right.
Now, it's a good damn dream. And you can sit here and say, well, how the hell you rather do that when we got that?
Right.
I get it. But you have to understand, guys, your vision, your plan is just that. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. And the sooner you can understand that and embrace that, the impact it has on your relationships, family, friends, loved ones, all that stuff will be less impactful. People are not obligated to follow your vision, your dream. That don't make them any less your significant other, your family member because of that. Now, I got an issue, sometimes people being negative. Now, we got to be realistic about if somebody giving you a fact or it's negative.
Right.
Some stuff we just be subjective with. But guys, you gotta, I'm telling you, you can't be so caught up, well, you my wife, you supposed to do this, you my husband.
You supposed to support me.
Let
me throw a caveat in there, though. they don't have to. Their dream doesn't have. I mean, your dream doesn't have to be their dream, but they do need to give you space to make that dream come true. They can't overcrowd you to the point to where I don't think it's fair for them to overcrowd you to the point to where you can't make your dreams happen. You letting them make their dreams happen.
Okay.
Because I experienced that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Slick says, it may be hard, but you don't let people or your mate talk you out of your dream job. It's no love lost. And I agree because me, myself, I experienced that.
Okay.
When I first got married and I was doing DJing, and I had already been DJing for a long time. When we first got married, I moved down here. You know, my dream was to be a superstar. I was on that. That was my thing. Even though I went to college and all that stuff and got master's degrees, and she got nursing degrees. My focus was, I'm finna be a DJ. I'm finna do this.
Okay.
But the conversation wasn't the smothering.
Gotcha.
Smothered that fire. You know, it smothered that flame. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
The constant
totally.
complaining, the constant, this or you can't buy that. You don't need that. That smothered the flame of being a DJ to where I just settled and said, you know what, I'm gonna do this to make sure the family good. And that happens a lot to a lot of people.
I got a question for you. So, okay, help me out. What was the term you said? It can't be what? Now you didn't say smothering. What was the term you used in? It can't be. You said it. In general, you were saying that they don't have to see your vision.
Oh,
but they can't be the person suppressing it or whatever.
Well, they can't suppress it. They have to give you space.
They got to give you space. Okay. The side of that, okay, you're saying they got to give you space to make your dream come true because you'll do it for them.
Right.
But if they're looking at it as they are not meeting their obligations or they're disappearing from the family to do that, they may look at it from the standpoint of he's picking that over us. So we can look at it. So I get what you're saying.
Right.
Like, hey, this is my dream. Give me the space to make it happen. But the other side could be looking at it, and is it right, wrong, selfish, unselfish?
Right.
Unselfish to say that, hey, listen, he's so stuck over there. He trying to make his dreams come true. He ain't never at home. He ain't doing this. I'm getting stuck with this. I'm getting stuck with that. Now you may do the same. You may give them that that same, everything that you're asking for, you expect from them. You may get it to them. They may not get it to you. Does that make them right or wrong? And and to the point where I said, Kim, earlier, you don't know what you got until you go through something.
Right.
And it does not make them wrong, because I gave my ex-wife a lot of hell in regards to, hey, man, why you doing this? Why you doing that? Whatever and everything. And I just didn't have anybody to OG to talk to me. But as I got older, once I did get OG, AD, like, that's, you got to do what you got to do for you. And whatever Crystal ain't want to do, you just got to get past it if you want to make what you happy.
Wow. Me
sitting there complaining about what my ex-wife wasn't going to help me with, that shit wouldn't get me nowhere, but frustrated by what she wasn't doing. And, look back at it, she wasn't obligated because that was some shit I wanted to do. And if her thought process is, my thought process, she should help me. Her thought process is he need to leave me the hell alone and do his shit on his own. Who right or wrong?
I get
right. So I just want people to understand that aspect. Because I get what you're saying, Lamb. Been there, done that. But shit. It's you need to be focused on you to the point that if you want things to happen a certain way, what as we talking about tonight, what are you willing to give up? What are you sacrificing? Because again, there are certain pivot points and forks in the road that you're gonna have to stay on to make certain things happen for yourself in life. Right? Gotta move, gotta work a little later, gotta miss this, don't miss the party, miss this, that, and that for that stuff to happen. And if you're not willing to do that, it won't happen. And you can't just hope that the person you with is gonna pick up the stuff. Are they even interested? They ain't studying that shit, man. We started dating, we was traveling and having sex and doing all this other kind of fun shit. Right. We won't talk about no damn business. Hey, you worked at the post office, I work down for the state. We good. We good. Right. No, what the hell you want to fry hot dogs now? The hell this hot dog shit come from? Right. You want to cut grass on Saturday. We got games. Right. But it just happened, right? Yeah. So I just think people just, again, really, 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 really understand that, hey, something is going to require some painful shit for you to do, and everybody's not going to see that thing the same way. Again, tonight we're talking about what you need to be willing to be able to sacrifice to start your business.
Let me ask one more question.
Sure.
And Slick says it can make you bitter if you support them and you don't get it back in return. I'm guilty of that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How do you handle when you say starting a business and sacrificing? How do you handle helping somebody else start a business and you trying to constantly tell them what they need to do to get the business successful, but they not willing to sacrifice? Like my ex-wife, she was like one of the most excellent hair braiders ever in life. Like, I mean, this lady could braid her hair and make it look like a string of hair. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she went to cosmetology school to get her licenses.
Mm-hmm.
She got all the licenses. We had, I guess I'm gonna say I had big plans. Because once she got the license, she decided she didn't want to do hair no more.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you got the license, let's do this. And she like, nah. And I'm trying to push this dream, like this could be a big thing. And she like, nah, I got, it's like the licenses was her goal and she was done with it.
I mean, that's an easy one. You don't entertain that shit. Like, I'm not finna break my neck and stress myself out for something that I feel like will be good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand it's a little bit more when that's your spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, what you do that can affect us and
Right.
us in a great way. But man, I don't entertain that shit. I have family members, friends. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and all that kind of stuff. Now, most people know that Pooch will help you, hell, really for free, if you know you're gonna have some skin in the game and all that kind of stuff like that. But when you start putting the onus on people, well, look, man, you got to do that because you can see when people paying for certain things or they giving up certain stuff. Cool. I'm not stressed by nobody ain't willing to put no skin in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, how do you handle that? Shit, I'm not going to get myself in that situation.
Mm.
I'm not going to stress on that. You know what I'm saying?
That's
just real talk. That's to protect me. And that has happened with a lot of close family members and friends where people say certain stuff. Well, man, I need you to help me. I need you. What the hell you want me to help you do these things?
Like you're telling this person, go to the hair show, go to this, and it's like I don't want to give up my side. I'm going out. No, go to the hair show. Like forget the going out part.
Conversation over. Conversation is over.
Bronner Brothers having a hair show this weekend, all weekend. Just go to it and see what you can learn, see who you can connect with. No, I'm going out with such and such this week. I can't go.
Okay.
What the hell?
Okay, so good point what you're bringing up. When they don't want to do something because of ignorance, they didn't know it was there. Okay, cool. You drop some hey man, this is available. That's what's going on. Man, thanks for letting me know. Cool. And that's why they might not be going. But a person not doing stuff because of desire, I got stuff to do. Man, we're not gonna talk.
Right.
We're not gonna talk. We ain't gonna. What the hell am I look like? What the hell do I look like? Stressing about your dreams. Well, I'm trying to figure out. You try to do that, and a lot of times, like that with people close to our children, our significant other, family member, whatever. Man, shit, I done had these conversations a lot with folks. Like, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. We'll go do these things, but that takes too long. All right, cool.
Right.
That's it. Okay. Well, man, I need you. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Right.
Cause and all the time you get them like, hey, well, look, man, go pay the invoice. You want me to pay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because that's my way of knowing you got skin in the game, right? So I just think you gotta protect yourself with that one.
Okay.
We're doing that. I wouldn't go too damn far. Cause like, man, you know how this shit gonna be. There people, they'll start to stop you, this, that, and that. And I'm at that point in life, look, man, my time, money. Mm-hmm. And, so you ain't finna stress me out. And I'm trying to help you, that you ain't committed and everything. Because that done happened to me before. Uh-huh. Well, even with, you know a person a certain way, and then you let your guard down, and they screw over you again. Yeah. No.
Right.
Conversation ain't gonna go that far. Another one, guys, the long game. Sacrificing, if we talking about things you got to sacrifice, just keep in mind the long game. Sacrificing short-term pleasures, for the bigger picture. Mm. That delayed gratification. We talk about investing now for freedom later. Can you do it? Can you not go on vacations for a couple years? Right. Stack your bread up, make sure certain things happen, right? Sticking with it and when results are slow. We don't say here and did certain things. I put hours into videos and get no traction. Sit out here and say some silly shit, I think, for 30 seconds. And you wake up, it's 10,000 views. Right? You know, you say do certain things and stuff that just doesn't happen the way you want it to be. And that may be because it's slow. That maybe you did something wrong. The book now, I'm putting things in place to sell the book. Cause I ain't in business to make no damn book. I'm in business to make some money.
Right.
So the book was made to do that. I got to put those things in place to do that. I can't trip about, hey, this didn't happen, man. You got to understand. Plant the seeds, let the water hit it, and the tree will grow. Right?
Right.
And if you're doing it right, you're going to have a couple seeds, couple trees, and 2 or 3 of them might die. But that harvest going to still be straight because, again, you sitting there doing it, but you're sitting there doing it the right way, which is over a period, over time. And you can look at, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. Right? And I think far too often people don't want to look big picture wise because it doesn't happen as fast as they want. And you don't get that
instant gratification.
Instant gratification because people want, if I give you $1, I want $1 back. You might give me $1, you get 50 cents back.
Right.
You get 25 cents back.
Right.
And that ain't fair. Like I said, we ain't on a rise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but what you're getting is an education on how to do certain things. And once you know how to do certain things, i.e. how to do all the ad program, how to lay out a marketing program, how to do all that kind of stuff, now you have a good idea of, okay, cool, this will work. No, man, this time of year, no. In this area, no. Then maybe up north, but in the south, you can't do that. That's what you're paying for. You may not got a tangible return when you put stuff out there, but the game you get is invaluable. There you go. You know, so we got to be able to stick with that. So with that said, guys, let me do a quick run about those particular things that you got to be able to sacrifice. The first one being time, then comfort, money. What I got? Comfort, money, ego, relationships, and that long game. But now I want to go over you guys how to manage sacrifice while burning out. Because a lot of times people say, look, man, I'm at the store all the time. I can't damn sleep. I can't do this, that, and that. These are a couple of tips to help you so you don't burn out. I gave you things you got to be willing to do. These are kind of things to help circumvent it so you're not totally burned out. And the first thing is communicate with loved ones about your time and your goals. Let everybody know. That's why I told y'all when I have things coming up, I got to get mentally conditioned. Bro, look, you know, it's going to be a little funky. I sit here and tell loud, man, I got to get to these next couple of weeks. I got that going. Once you get when you can envision it and embrace it and stuff like that, it doesn't have the negative impact that a lot of stuff have. You say, okay, look, man, okay, the family union, like I said, family union coming up and you the one that's in charge of it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me get my head wrapped around instead of you trying to fight certain things and stuff like that, stress your ass out. We're trying to avoid burnout. So, you know, make sure you communicate. Create non-negotiables for your health. Go to bed. Get your ass up. Y'all know me. Shit. 5 or 6 days of the week, I got to be working out.
Right.
It may not be, you know, the extreme typo or whatever like that, but I go try to get something in 5 or 6 days a week. Try to get my sleep. Sometimes you can't.
Right.
You got to make some kind of parameters with doing that. Got to have them non-negotiable when it comes to your health because if this shit ain't working, ain't nothing working. Ain't nothing working. You can't do shit.
Right.
So you got to make sure you take care of yourself. Schedule small rewards to stay motivated. Go have your drink of scotch. Go smoke a stick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Do something to make you feel good.
You happy
for
your hobby. Your hobby or something.
Exactly. For you.
Right.
Not nobody else. Do something to make you feel good for you. Okay? Remember, guys, you know, here's one thing I want people to always understand. You know, sacrifice does not mean forever. It just means now.
Right.
It just means now. Nobody's going to sacrifice forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're willing to be uncomfortable for a short period of time in your life, you can make the rest of your life extremely comfortable. I just had a conversation with PJ. You know, that's my son. My second son just graduated from college. He's 23 years old. I said, son, if you really can plant your face in the dirt for the next 4 or 5 years, he's 27 years old, you can make 30 to the rest of your life a lot more comfortable. Get all your credentials. Get your certification. Grind, and overgrind. You know what I'm saying? You can make the rest of your life a lot more comfortable.
You giving them the formula, man. I'm telling you. I wish I had somebody set me down when I was 24, 25. I had kids and I was married by that time. I had almost been married almost 10 years by that time. But just somebody to sit me down and say, hey, man, because I was getting the school and stuff, but the aspect of moving forward past school, I didn't understand. You get what I'm saying? I was just thinking, okay, I graduated college, got my master's degree, let me go get a job. And that wasn't necessary. I should have did a couple more other things. I actually feel like when I was offered to go into the military, I should have went.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have let nobody talk me out of it, which was my ex-wife. You get what I'm saying?
Hindsight be the best sight, but even when a lot of times people got OGs or mentors talking to them, shit, you got to be willing to listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times I talk to people, I got it, I know, I got it. Hey, shut the fuck up. If you knew everything, you'd be further along.
Yeah.
If you knew it, you'd be further along.
And I could have went military, and the guy was like, hey, my ex-wife's uncle, he was in the Marines. He's like, I can get you in. You already got your degrees. You can go in an officer. You can do this, that. And I'm like, hell yeah. And she's like, you gonna be in the Marines? I said, So get talked out of that because you want to make the wife happy. You got kids and all that stuff. So it was just, I just would have a little bit more focus, a little bit. Somebody say, no, don't worry about her. Do this, and then she'll be better 5 years from now. You get what I'm saying?
Shit, Lab, I have never been quiet on if I had a poochie.
Right.
My God. If I had a poochie, just to do things I say to my kids, because I'm already a self-starter. I'm already self-motivated.
Right.
If I had a little bit of this,
a little bit nudge.
Shit, boy, but we don't live in the past. We don't live in hypotheticals.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
That's why we have conversations.
I'm just saying for like your son now, that information is valuable information that a lot of people our age or even younger, which they would have gotten when they was his age.
Well, if they don't listen to execute, it don't make no damn difference at all.
Right.
It's just me down talking.
Right.
They young enough to see and do it, but at the end of the day, you got to still, listen, execute, and go from there.
Right.
But it don't, I ain't saying what I'm saying to my son just to say, hey, I'm just the daddy dropping gems.
Right.
They got to follow it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can tell you, some things they have retained and moved on, some they haven't.
Right.
I ain't tripping. But because, like I said, I'm not a told you so person. But we ain't finna go back over these certain things with daddy. No, hell no.
Right.
No, we ain't gonna do that. Because people do not have to help you.
Right.
People do not have to help you. People don't have to give you information. People just sit out there and watch you get your ass burned. And which a lot of people do. So it behooves you, no matter where you're at in life, to just let me be quiet, just kind of get this kind of emoji. We're doing that, man. But it's been a great show when we talked about again sacrificing. Couple things I want to go over right quick. Hold on 1 second. TikTok is about to close after about an hour. Couple things I do want to again rehash. Go to the YouTube channel, check out our October 2025 small business grant video. We also got that master grant list. I'm putting a new one up because I didn't want to release that mid-September, some of them grants September, but it's over 100 different grants and organization stuff. Real easy to index for you to find, a lot of programs for you. We're doing that. They're going to be released in the next 72 hours. Check out the book. I'll be putting the book out, and I apologize. I need to have the streaming or some kind of way integrated on the shows. I'll fix that before next week. We're doing that. But Short Dollars and Cents. Short Dollars and Cents. You can go to Amazon. You can Google it. It'll pop up. Purchase the book. A lot of great information. 13 different chapters. Covering a lot of great topics. I'm gonna have more little short things. Kind of go over some of the chapters. We're doing it, man. And 12. I said 13. 12. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. 12 different chapters, a lot of great information. Just real quick, some of them we'll go with budgeting, business, expenses, income, protecting your assets, insurance, and estate planning, debt management, taxes, financial tools, retirement planning, all that stuff in this book. All this stuff in this book. You can't go wrong.
Right.
You can't go wrong. This is the blueprint right here, baby.
Let's go.
This the
There
blueprint.
you go.
Y'all want me to put no stickers on nobody's shirt at Walmart? Not nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all you gotta do, baby. All you gotta do is purchase this book. Remember that Short Dollars and Cents? Google it. It's right there on Amazon if you guys want to purchase it. Also, go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. You'll see this, the actual the store that's on there. You can purchase this. Got a lot more gear. We got 4 different designs for the new T-shirts, the sweatshirts, and long sleeve shirts. Will be out in the next couple of weeks. Just want to let everybody know that. But listen, man, from the bottom of my heart, I want to tell you all I appreciate it. All the love and support, man. Been an awesome year. And again, thanks to everybody that came out this Saturday to support us at Misfits Radio and TV at Big Oom Spot at Boss. And also, the people that came, with Go-Go Party Bus for inviting CL Harper Class 95.
That's right.
We had a good time, man. I appreciate it. Big shout out to Farrell Callaway. Farrell, I'm super proud of you. You did an awesome job.
Awesome.
Getting everything together, man. So
Awesome.
I really appreciate that. But look, man, I want to let y'all know we in October. We had 94,000 subscribers on Mr. Short Dollar YouTube. 94,000. And let's get this shit together. Get them next 6. It's funny. The Facebook memories came up. This time last year, I hit 50,000 subscribers.
Okay.
Today,
Okay.
October 2nd, I posted 50,000 subscribers. So that's 40,000 subscribers in 1 year.
Right.
40,000 subscribers in 1 year.
Right.
So look, man, if we can do that, listen, look, grind.
Right.
No excuses. When you're on the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, share, send it to your friends and everybody. Because everybody need money. Everybody investing tip. Y'all can Google me.
Right.
Ain't somebody talking about the side of my damn hip about some damn money.
Right.
I got degrees on degrees. I got all this other stuff. Hey, this shit certified.
Right.
You know what I mean? Incredible, verifiable, all that. Like, so you ain't talking to somebody just telling you can make some money just to play and then you do it and your ass go broke.
Right.
No, I'm an actual accountant. So I'm just sitting here telling you guys it's a lot of great information and it is free. It is free. Appreciate my mom saying congratulations, 6 Redbone, got the most sign. I appreciate both of you guys. Super excited.
Right.
We're gonna finish this year all right. So just letting y'all know. No. Larry, I gotta go.
No, I'm just messing with you. That was a mistake. I thought I had it turned down.
Real talk, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for the love and support. We're gonna keep over delivering. Y'all take care of yourself, be safe, and I'll talk with you soon.